Now, we have quite a situation unfolding on our political scene in Kenya, and I find it absolutely fascinating. And the situation is this. Both major political outfits, I'm talking about NASA, I'm talking about the ruling Jubilee Party, both of them have probably the most serious crisis they've ever faced. Yeah, of course, both are putting on a very brave face. They're trying to show Kenyans that all is well. We're speeding forward with our programs. Hakuna matata, as Kenyans like to say. Yeah. However, that is very far from the truth. Okay. Now, having said that, the interesting thing and the very good news for all Kenyans, and I mean all Kenyans right across the political divide, is that what is unfolding now is leaving only one boss on the political scene. And that boss is a long-suffering, ordinary Kenyan. Now today I came with a crash helmet on my head, and I can already feel the stones pelting violently on my crash helmet. I can hear NASA supporters telling me, Chris, what are you talking about? Anybody who wishes for the death of NASA or the end of NASA is an enemy of NASA. NASA is still strong as ever. Yeah, we're very strong. There's no problem within NASA. What are you talking about? We have not seen anything in the media. Is this a story you're cooking up? What's going on? Diehard Jubilee supporters are saying, now, Chris, this is your latest dream. Yeah, there's no problem with the ruling party. We're in power. We have the majority in both houses. Things are going okay. And you see, even now, NASA is starting to come back to Parliament. Very soon, things will go back to normal. You have no idea what you're talking about. These are just those stories you're cooking. There's no truth in them. Now, I hear you both very clearly. Yeah? And if you'll stop pelting me with those missiles and give me a few minutes, I will explain. Yeah, immediately after this short commercial break. Welcome back. And let's start with NASA. Yeah, because there are a lot of things happening within NASA. Yeah. Now, NASA has one very big, huge problem. Okay. And that huge problem is a man called Miguna Miguna. Now, why is Miguna Miguna a problem? Very simple. Miguna Miguna is a problem because he is threatening to upset, or to tip over the very delicate balance that holds NASA together. You see, Miguna Miguna wants to take over the agenda for change in Kenya. And indeed, there are those who believe that he has already done so. Now, until Miguna burst onto the scene, into the limelight, NASA was used to doing their things, if I can use that phrase, mos. They just wanted to do their things mos. Now, some of you don't understand what that means. Mos means slowly, gradually. Everybody knows that NASA is very crowded with serious thinkers, strategists, and they all have a strategy, and they know where they are going, and their preference is that they do it slowly, gradually, emphatically, and get the Jubilee government out of power. That is how NASA has been operating. Now, if I may just remind you very quickly, after the August 8th elections, NASA said they were not going to go to court. And this puzzled a lot of people because they asked, quite rightly, if you're not going to go to court, what are you going to do? Are you going to accept the rigged election? And NASA responded and they said they have quite a number of things. In fact, if I can just quote the exact words Senator Rengo used, they are cocktail of measures that they're going to use to make sure that the August 8th elections will not stand. Now, of course, now we know some of those measures. There's the People's Assembly, there's peaceful protests, boycott of products, slowly grind slowly ensure that Kenya is not governable, And of course, NASA thinkers and strategists are also aware that Kenya is in a very precarious financial situation, We know for a fact now that major donors like the IMF have withdrawn some certain emergency funds, and this was done as early as last year. And then very, very recently, the country's credit rating was downgraded from B1 to B2, and a lot of other things that have happened. So NASA are very much aware that the government is vulnerable, and they knew that their strategic, slow, mos strategy would inevitably work as long as they were not in a hurry, Now along comes Miguna. Now Bwana Miguna is in a very big hurry, He wants things done yesterday, and he has captured the mood of the people on the ground. He has captured the mood of Kenyans. Kenyans love his style. Indeed, we are getting more and more people throwing around Miguna's name as a possible future president of the Republic of Kenya, which is shocking to a lot of people who don't understand really what's going on. They are saying, Raila is our president. Where is Miguna coming from? Now, here is the reality. A lot of the people within NASA, are self-made people. They are people with money, And while propagating this mos strategy, they're okay. They can go home to eat chicken. They can go home and live their lives as normal. But the truth is, the vast majority of Kenyans are suffering economically, because of this political impasse, Not only that, there's a very huge emotional impact on the vast majority of Kenyans, which mainly is provoked by the way the Jubilee government is behaving, arresting people, disobeying court orders. The sheer arrogance and impunity that the Jubilee government is practicing is just making a lot of Kenyans very, very emotionally tired. Indeed, the feeling I get on the ground is that people are very tired of politics and talk, But that does not mean people do not want change. Far from it. So what the people want is they want action, they want change immediately, like yesterday. And this is precisely how Miguna has managed to grab the ball and run with it. And NASA don't know what to do. That is the truth. Some within NASA are of the view that Miguna can be destroyed very quickly, And therefore, a campaign has already started to finish Miguna. Some of these people are peddling talk like, Miguna is not the one who started NRM, therefore he should stop calling himself the general, etc., etc. Now the truth is, both wings of the opposition, need each other. The NASA Mosmos strategy is okay, and it will work in my view, over a period of time. Yes. However, they also need Miguna to keep the fire alive, especially amongst the vast majority of Kenyans who do not have time to sit down and think of long-drawn strategies. They want change, they want action like yesterday. And so if both were firmly united, it would be very, very effective for the opposition to move forward. Now, there's something I see that is very good in all these latest developments. And that thing which is very good is that the battle for change in Kenya is being taken away from political parties and established political players, and it is going back to the people. Now, this is very good because let's face it, politicians are politicians, and politicians will never change. And politicians have always been the same. It does not matter what part of the political divide they belong. That is the truth. For instance, within NASA, if you asked me to vouch for anybody, there's absolutely nobody I would be able to vouch for except for Raila himself. There are a lot of politicians within NASA, who are for the cause, they're for change, they're for everything. However, they have other deals on the side, money-making deals. Do this, and you make a little money here and a little money there, and especially because the Jubilee government right now is very desperate, it is very easy to sell proposals to them in exchange for money. I will give you a very good example in the next episode of this very enthralling series of how both political parties, major political parties in Kenya, are in trouble. Okay, don't miss it. You know the usual drill. Look out for that link on the top left-hand corner. As soon as that recording is ready, you'll be able to go straight to it. See you there in a bit. This is Kshs Kumekucha.